Hi there, my fellow investors, business owners, and entrepreneurs. I found an amazing response to this short video I shared, and I thought I'll do a reaction video to the full length video in this video.
Nobody likes paying taxes.
I can only agree. This is Kim Kiyosaki talking to London Real about, well, there's a 48-minute interview, so this is just a short part of it, where she talks about financial planners, and I'll share more about that in another short video on my channel. But on this specific, we want to focus on the things that she says about taxes and why business owners receive tax incentives. Now, obviously, she's referring to the US market, but the general rule of thumb applies in any market that you are doing business in. Business owners and investors have the capacity and the ability to claim back taxes or write off deductions and pay less percentage tax.
But I have heard people say, I'm happy to pay more and I'm happy to pay a lot more in taxes because that means my income is bigger. That means I'm making more money. Okay, I don't have problem contributing money to my country, but not when they're spending it and wasting it and not using it to how it should be done.
All right, so let's talk about that for a minute. Governments are notoriously bad at making money, but also in how they spend that money. Governments are supposed to govern. That is the point of government, is to build infrastructure, provide laws, and maintain those laws in a way that promotes the economy, promotes safety and health for everybody, and provide education and the basic needs of a country. But like I said, governments are notoriously bad at utilizing money effectively, or resources in actual fact.
So in the world of taxes, unfortunately, the people that pay the highest taxes are employees and self-employed people, because they don't have many, there's not many, deductions. They don't have many deductions that they can take to offset their income against the taxes.
So she says here that employees and self-employed people don't have many things to write deductions off against. Now, she says that they pay the most taxes, and my opinion is that she's actually saying that the biggest percentage of your income goes towards taxes as an employee or a self-employed person. A self-proprietor, SARS calls it in South Africa. She goes on to say in this video that 95% of taxes, now I think she's thumb-sucking that a little bit, but overwhelming amount of taxes in the US get paid by the wealthy. Even though she is saying that the wealthy pay more taxes or less taxes than employees and self-employed people. So what I think she's saying here is that the wealthy or the rich or the high income earners pay a smaller percentage of taxes, even though the actual amount of taxes compared to employees is a larger amount, even though it's a smaller percentage of the money that they do make.
So the people that benefit are business owners and investors who pay a lot less in taxes. And the reason they pay a lot less in taxes is because, as our friend Tom Wheelwright, our tax advisor and Rich Dad advisor on taxes, he says that that taxes are just an incentive system. They're an incentive. So the government will give you tax incentives if you're doing things that the government cannot do.
That's a very interesting point she makes. Business owners and investors put money in and put time and effort into things that government can not do efficiently. as I said earlier in the video, as far as I'm concerned, government should be creating the infrastructure, creating the basic laws and maintaining those laws in such a way that promotes health, safety, and opportunity for people to work, learn, and live.
So when we buy apartment houses, we're providing housing. Government can't provide housing, not a lot of it. When we invest in oil and gas, the government is not going to look for new energy supplies. So we are investing in things that the government wants us to invest in, and by doing that, we get tax advantages. People don't understand that. They think if you make a lot of money, you should pay the bulk of taxes. Well, I don't know the statistics exactly, but the people who do make the most money, by far, they pay like 95% of the taxes in the US.
So as I said earlier, she says here that the larger amount of taxes are in actual fact paid by the rich. So wealth tax, which is a hot topic at the moment, doesn't really make sense in that regard, because they already pay the most taxes. Now, I don't know I'm not a tax practitioner, I'm not a financial planner or a financial advisor of any sort. And by the way, none of the videos on my channel should be considered financial advice. I am merely sharing my experience with you and the knowledge that I've built up through making my own mistakes. But the point she makes here, I spoke about earlier, is that the wealthy do in fact pay larger amounts of taxes, even though it's a smaller percentage of their income compared to employees.
Unfortunately, the government doesn't know how else to make money except by taxing people. They don't know what else to do. So I think the most important thing about taxes is it's not rocket science, but just know if you're an employee, there's not a whole lot you can do and you're going to pay that tax bill. But if you become an entrepreneur, even in the self-employed quadrant, there's still tax deductions you can take. But as a business owner and as an investor especially, investors have the greatest tax breaks. That's a great point, Brian, because every employee, I still remember the first time I got my paycheck, what's all this stuff taken out? What is this?
I was 15.
Oh my God. But every employee can be an investor. Every self-employed person can be an investor.
Wow, that is such a great point Kim makes here. Every employee can be an investor. You earn income, and as long as you spend less than you earn, in fact, at least 10% of your income should go towards investment. Investments build wealth over long term and makes your money to start working for you as an employee of yours, instead of you slaving away to get your money. The way people get wealthy is by leveraging the money that they earn, as well as the time that money works. In other words, if you have money as an employee, that money never sleeps. If you put it in the right places and in the right investments, that money will work for you whether you sleep, work, or play. So it is important to understand that spend less than you earn, use a portion of your income to do investments, and then you as an employee can also be an investment and take advantage of some tax incentives, even if it is in South Africa.
If you're going to be an investor, just watch that mindset, because if you bring an employee mindset to the world of investing, it may work against you.
And for me, this is where personal growth comes in, is your mindset needs to be renewed on a daily basis so that you can grow from where you are right now to a point where you can reach your goals. I saw another video the other day by, I forget the lady's name, but she and her husband Alex Hormozy do business together. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but she says that success doesn't feel good. Success is not a comfortable thing, and success doesn't make you happy. You need to be happy and self-aware before you chase success and get to a point where success is supposed to make you happy, because You have to grow. You have to be uncomfortable. Success is uncomfortable because you have to grow from where you are to where you want to be in order to achieve your goals and achieve success.
Like let's talk about somebody that owns a big business, employs 1,000 people. That person's creating jobs. That person is creating product that is bought and sold. That person is paying taxes. That person's doing a lot of good in the country, but all people can see is they're not paying taxes. Okay? So there's got to be this shift. There's right now a capitalist is a 4-letter word. And I do agree there's a lot of greed. There's a lot of greed in business today, and there's a lot of greed in Wall Street especially. But I would love to see a shift, and it's starting. I'm seeing a few people talking about it, from just capitalism to conscious capitalism, social capitalism, where it's not about the money so much as it's about doing good.
So I'm going to stop it there and ask you to leave comments in below this video about whether you agree or disagree with anything Kim said during this video about taxes and why business owners and investors get tax breaks to begin with, as well as tell me whether you believe taxes should be paid in the first place or not. And then lastly, about this last clip about Kim Kiyosaki talking about social capitalism or conscious capitalism, and what are your ideas and thoughts about this. In the end screen of this video, I'll leave a link where you can find the full length interview between Brian and Kim Kiyosaki about the rest of the things that they talk about. Also, I'll leave a link in the description below, as well as at the end screen, about the video from Laila Hormozi talking about success being uncomfortable, or at least the topic of the video is the 3 lies of success. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell for notifications for future videos. In my next video, I'd like to talk about starting a business in South Africa. What are the steps you need to take before you consider starting a business, and what are the steps you need to take after you started the business and after you registered the business with CIPC. I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy your Friday Eve, as I refer to Thursday evenings, and I'll see you in the next video. Be blessed. Cheers.